Hey everybody, welcome back to Jessica Lynn Original Studios. Today I'm taking you inside a brand new Big Boy. Yeah, you remember back in the 70s and 80s? Well, it's here again and it's in the Wisconsin Dells. This legendary brand is back and better than ever. It brings that perfect mix of retro charm and fresh energy to one of Wisconsin's favorite vacation towns. I was so excited that we were personally invited to come on out and show it off, and I got to interview the owner of the company as well. Now, Big Boy itself, this one's special for me. I grew up going to Big Boys with my family, especially it reminds me of my dad. So now let's go ahead and hear from the owner, who's not only incredibly passionate, but also loves this brand and what it means for generations of families, just like mine.
Hi, my name is Chaz Hastings, owner of the Big Boy Restaurant in the Wisconsin Dells, the only one in the state, so we're really proud to offer the retail entertainment and experience that we can for our guests. Later you'll see the outside, the incredible statues out there, but on the inside I want to show you some of the things that make us really unique. First off, we have the world's largest collection of Big Boy statues, but we put a different spin on it. We have every imaginable character there is. To start, as you walk in, you'll meet Dolly. Might look like Betty Boop, but Dolly is actually Big Boy's girlfriend. She's really popular from the comic books of the past when she was with him, and then their dog Spot. But Dolly kicks us off here. And then as we go into the dining room, you'll see we have a wall of retail, nostalgic menus. This is from the 40s, back when a Big Boy hamburger was 60 cents. Wish it was back to those days. Bob Wyan actually started the company in 1936 in Glendale, California. He actually sold his hot rod car to start the burger stand, and I'll show you that in a second. This was the original Bob's Pantry. So a lot of people now will see the new Big Boys in other states called Bob's Big Boy. But that's where it all started right there. And then right when Bob opened, a young man at the time, I got a shot over here of it, Robert Woodruff, was a teenager at the time, and he would come by and he would sweep the floors and Bob would pay him in hamburgers. And one day Bob said, "Wow, that's a really big boy." And that literally is the guy that was the inspiration, and then that was the original image for Big Boy right there. Over time, it morphed into that, which is the one that everybody's familiar with today. Of course, being in the Wisconsin Dells, Baraboo is our neighbor, and that's where the Ringling Brothers started. So we do have a tribute clown Big Boy with A.L. Ringling on the front of that.
Can I ask, what inspired you to want to start your own Big Boy
So what
and bring
inspired
it
me
back?
to do Big Boy and bring it back to Wisconsin is, as a young boy, whenever we went out as a family for dinner, it was always to a Big Boy restaurant. And it just has, great memories for me. As I found that moving to Wisconsin, how big it was here in this state. And during COVID, I talked with the corporate operation in Detroit and asked if I could have an opportunity to bring it back to Wisconsin. They came over and met with me, and they loved the plan that we had for it. And they really liked the entertainment piece that we were bringing in, focusing on the nostalgia. So when people come in, our music is from the 60s, 70s, 80s. All the statues are here to put a different fun spin on it. But then, of course, on the food side, we have all the classics. We have everything from, of course, the Big Boy Burger, and then we have the Slim Jims, we have the strawberry pies, we have the Brawny Lad, the Swiss Miss, the incredible onion rings, French fries, all the things that people loved, and of course the shakes. So it's been really cool, and one of the funnest things when I'm here on the floor is to hear our guests talk about their first date. And now they're great grandparents, but they're talking about their first date, and you just see it in their eyes when I can't completely recreate it, but I always tell our team to try to reciprocate back the excitement that our guests have when they talk about it, because the team hears about it a lot, but it's like, this really means something to somebody. It's not like going to I'm not going to name a name of a franchise, but another franchise. But when you come here, there's a lot of memories for it, and it's also super cool to see grandparents or parents bringing in their kids and kind of passing it on to the next generation. And we felt the Wisconsin Dells would be the best place in the state to actually do this because we get the most visitors right here.
I thought it was great to hear from the owner himself, hearing his passion and how much he cares about his business. You can tell that he loves what he's working on building here in the Dells. All right, so let's talk about breakfast, because honestly, I don't think a lot of people realize this place serves up a really solid breakfast. Trust me, I've eaten in the Dells a lot for breakfast over the years, and if you're craving kind of that classic diner-style breakfast that's warm, filling, fresh, doesn't break the bank, this place really does deliver. We were even seated by Big Boy himself, which was fun and nostalgic. I remember as a kid having Big Boy wander around with us and take pictures, and so it's probably why I sort of love that at Disney. I love getting to meet the characters. All right, let's talk about the actual food itself. It was exactly what I wanted. I love a no-thrills kind of breakfast. I just want to eat some eggs, some hash browns, maybe a piece or two of bacon and some toast. My kids had French toast. They also had some eggs. My husband had a waffle, and my other one had a pancake. The difference between other locations I've eaten at is I actually felt like this was made fresh just for us. The eggs, the bacon, everything was done to perfection. And I really was happy after we were done. The food was really good. And I told my husband I would much rather spend the money at a location like this where they'll cook my food to order than to going to maybe one of the buffets where they make a huge pile of food that sort of sits there longer. Not to mention having a little nostalgia really sort of made this feel special.
And it really wouldn't do any justice if I didn't talk about the favorite things on the menu for myself. Now, the Big Boy Burger is absolutely incredible, but one of the ones from Michigan that I was really familiar with and loved, my whole family does. As a matter of fact, I have an aunt in Gainesville, Florida, that she's asked me to send her the sauce for it, but it's called the Slim Jim. And that's on a steak roll, and then it's ham, lettuce, cheese, and a special Slim Jim sauce. And that with onion rings is like my cheat meal every week, and I love that. And to wash it down with a strawberry shake is also very cool too. But we are open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night. And we full menu during that whole time that you can come in and experience. Here's one of my faves, Superman. Haven't seen the new movie yet, but excited to go see it.
What an amazing visit to Big Boy here in the Wisconsin Dells. Chaz, thank you so much for your time and sharing your thoughts about your business. I absolutely love being able to explore standout locations like this and share experiences with you, my wonderful community. This stop truly surprised me in the best way. Breakfast was filling, it was affordable, and in a tourist town, that's gold. So we left happy, full, and ready to take on another Dells adventure. I've got so many more videos coming from our latest trip coming your way, including another honest food review where, spoiler alert, this next location, things did not go as well. But that's what this channel is about, keeping it real. Vacations are expensive and families deserve better than just okay for premium prices. That's why I absolutely recommend Big Boys for breakfast. I haven't tried the rest of the menu yet, so I can't speak on that, but breakfast, 100%. If you love honest reviews, real moments, behind the scenes looks at travel, food, and family fun, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Consider joining our channel membership to help support our growing community. Your support means the world to me and allows me to keep bringing you amazing, unfiltered content from all over. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to take you along on our next adventure here at Jessica Lynn Original Studios. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you all again real soon.